You know we gotta do a better job at doing? Taking care of ourselves spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, right? Because a lot of the times when we have negative thoughts, it derives from the external. It derives from things that we've dealt with, people we dealt with, right? Hearing the chit chatter, right? Hearing people say negative things over our lives, people criticizing us, people insulting us, right? In different particular situations. And then when we're alone by ourselves, we repeat those things to ourselves. How dare you? How dare I? How dare we? Right? That's crazy, right? For us to hear something we don't like, and then when we're alone, we repeat the things that we dislike to ourselves. But the thing is, we do it unconsciously and subconsciously. This is why you have to be very careful about what you allow yourself to see and hear, right? What we take in, what we receive, right? Because a lot of the times we associate with different people in different situations, and we hear things that we don't like, and then people are basically mistreating us, and then we end up mistreating our own selves. That's crazy. We must take care of self, right? Because home is the happy place. If the happy place isn't home, how are we going to be happy to others? How are we going to project happiness? All we're going to do is project frustration. All we're going to do is project doubt. All we're going to do is project insecurities, right? So we must take care of self. So how do we fix this issue? What do we do? What we should start to do is be very careful and selective with who we allow into our space, right? What we listen to, how we deal with people, for how long we're talking to people for, and what we're discussing, being very decisive and very careful. And then what we must do is take care of ourselves better in the mornings and in the evenings, right? Right before you go to sleep, be very careful about what you watch. Try to watch something educational. Try to watch something that uplifts you, that makes you feel good. You know, you want to raise your frequency, raise your vibration. And then we want to practice speaking affirmations, right? Speaking positive things over our lives, right? I am great. I am wonderful, right? And you want to say these things, and you want to feel these things. This is the most important thing. You want to feel the affirmations. You know, repetition is important because over a period of time, you say it enough times, you will eventually end up believing it, right? But you want to feel and choose to believe the things you're saying, right? Because feelings are everything. Emotions are everything. You know, your emotions will create how you feel, and you'll create a vibration, create a frequency, and then you can dish that out to the world better and be a better you, right? So you must take care of you. You must take care of home, because if the home is a happy place, you will be happy externally, and you will treat people better, and you will be much kinder and much more loving and much more welcoming to the world, right? So we gotta take better care of ourselves. And why is it important to do these things at nighttime and in the morning? Because the subconscious mind is the most vulnerable right before you go to sleep, and once you're asleep, and right when you first wake up, right? So we must take better care of ourselves in the mornings and in the evenings. You don't want to just wake up and start your day and just go about doing things without praying first, without reading, without pouring into self first. You want to make sure you take the time to pour into yourself before you pour into others, right? Because you are the most important thing for you, right? If you aren't taken care of, someone else isn't going to take care of you for you, right? You're not going to be able to take care of others as well as you could if you aren't situated, right? So things can get complicated if you're not situated, right? So be very decisive with who you deal with, right? How you deal with people, and then how you deal with yourself. Take care of self first.